What is up, guys? It's your boy, Agent Ubeda, Alexis Ubeda here at Safe at Home Podcast. Today is August 3rd, 2023. Our special guest, Jordan Plasencia, currently Glendale Community College hitting coach and outfielders coach. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, I'm very excited about this because he's also an 818 kid. And as you guys all know, I'm always preaching about the Valley. And I want to unite the Valley. We're going to discuss that a little bit further in regards to my goal. I'm going to show Jordan, I'm going to explain to him what my dream is for the Valley. And I want to see if he's on board. I'm going to challenge him just like I'm challenging everybody else in regards to this unity thing that I have. It's a baseball thing, but at the same time, we're going to talk real estate. So another thing, though, Jordan is also owner of Out of the Park Rings, guys. So, Jordan, we're going to get into that. But before we do, I think it's an amazing idea for everybody that's looking at the podcast on video. You'll see some of the rings in front of us right here. We'll have some pictures, some stills for you guys to look at. But basically, just real brief, what is that you do and how do you get these rings?
So what I do is I make wedding bands or just fashion rings.
Okay.
Out of broken wooden baseball bats.
Amazing! What an idea! We're gonna get into it. First and foremost, as you guys may or may not know by now, what we do to start off the show, we do Today in Baseball on this date. In 1959, for the first time, there are 2 All-Star games played in that year. Did you know about that? They had 2 All-Star games in 1959.
Wow. I had no idea.
That was interesting to me, too. 1997, knuckleballer Phil Niekro. I remember Phil, not like old videos. I didn't get to see him pitch. Former Dodger Tommy Lasorda. Hello.
There we go.
And second baseman Nellie Fox and Negro League shortstop Willie Wells are inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1997. Give them a big round of applause. Especially for Tommy, I'm sure you're a big Dodger fan as well.
Absolutely.
So.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. So he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 97. And then what we do next is we do birthdays in baseball. And here's someone I'm sure you're familiar with, Troy Glass. Troy Glass's birthday. Happy birthday, Troy Glass. If you want to be on my podcast, have your people call my people.
There you go.
But we love, jokes aside, we love to have you. Happy birthday. He's celebrating his 47th birthday today. Born in Tarzana.
Really?
That's San Fernando Valley. Hello, local guy. Went to UCLA. Was drafted 3rd overall in the 97 draft pick. I don't know if you knew that. 3rd overall. I mean, the guy was a stud.
Pretty good. Yeah, he could swing it.
Big guy. Swing it. 4-time All-Star. 13 years in the bigs. 320 home runs. 254 batting average. 1,375 hits. And he was the main reason, or one of the main reasons, but he was the MVP of that World Series in 2002 when the Angels won it. So, I mean, he actually, in reference to that, he was inducted into the Angels Hall of Fame in 2012.
Oh, wow. Good for him. Yeah, he had a really good career.
Oh, I mean, he did. I just, when I see, the kid from the Braves, what's the gentleman from the Braves? I forget his name, the first baseman there.
Their new first baseman, their current first baseman?
Yeah. Jesus Christ, I can't believe I forgot.
Olsen? No.
Yeah, is it? Yeah. He reminds me of him a little bit. I don't know why. Anyways, Troy Glass, happy birthday, my guy. And let's have you on the podcast one day. Why not? So that's Today in Baseball. Today, birthdays, Today in Baseball. And, of course, now we do Today in Real Estate because this is a show. Safe at home. So, baseball terms, right? You're thinking safe at home, you're safe at home, right? You're running home and you get safe. But at the same time, I like to mix it in the real estate and say, you want to be safe at your home, right? So that's probably the most important place to be safe at, right? At your own home. Today in real estate, FHA rates are at 6.5, conventional rates at 7.2, and VA rates are at 6.5 as well. What does that mean? So let me talk to you guys a little bit about FHA rates or FHA loans in general. Your rate is going to determine your monthly mortgage payment, right? So the lower the rate, the lower your payment, right? A lot of people are unfortunately still stuck in the COVID era. That's what I like to call it, 2020, 2022. Where everything was very abnormal. Everything. It wasn't the same. It wasn't. if you take away 2020, 2022, you slice that off and you connect 2019 to now, the rates are gradually just kind of went up a little bit. But because of COVID, they dropped, and now everybody's like, oh, they're too high. Mm-hmm. Well, they're actually kind of in line with the way the market was going back then. Just wanted to point that out. So anyways, FHA rates, like I said, we're at, 6.5. First-time buyers, it's the best way to buy a home because it gives you the power to buy more with the lower credit score. A conventional loan, which is a higher rate, is actually a lot more strict, so your buying power is less, and your credit score needs to be higher. And the reason they did that is because they want a first-time buyer that is, I guess, maybe just getting by per se, but they want that first home. They're like, all right, we get it. Your score's a little, maybe not as good as we want it to be. We're going to help you with that, and we're going to let you get a higher loan amount, so now you can afford your first home. I love it. And that's the purpose of FHA loans. Another thing is for FHA loans is if you bought a townhome per se or a condo and you want to size up because now your family's growing, right? And you're going up, so you're getting better, right? You're going bigger. You can get an FHA loan for the first home and then go up and get another FHA loan for your second home. What you can't do is get a house and then go down and buy a townhome and then get and use an FHA loan because you're going down. If you do that, they look at it like, well, that's an investment home. So now you're going to pay 20%.
Gotcha.
So that's a little tip there for you guys. Anyways, let's talk baseball. Let's talk about, real quick, I can't forget my sponsors. I'm sorry, guys. Ambiance Realty, that's the team I work for. That's right here. We got the Safe at Home podcast jersey. I'm going to get an Ambiance one real soon, I promise. That's one of our sponsors. Thank you, Ambiance, for allowing us to do this here. Thank you for Driven Events. As you saw the studios here today, we wouldn't be able to do it without Driven. So thank you. We will put their information here, especially Driven and Ambiance. So look out for that. You'll see all our information on here. And one of our other sponsors is, you might know, actually, no, I know you know him. All-American Sports Shop. Pancho. Another 818 local guy. Pancho, thank you for the jersey, my guy. I appreciate you. Appreciate everything you do. You know Pancho. I mean, you can give a little. I've already talked about Pancho. Where do you go to school? I wonder.
Come on, man. He's a San Fernando Tiger.
He's
just
a
like
Tiger.
Myself. Yeah.
That's right.
So Pancho, I mean, if you've ever lived in the 818 or you grew up in the 818 and you've been around baseball, like you say the name Pancho Enriquez, and everybody's like, oh yeah, that dude could play back in the day.
Dude, that guy. Well, I believe I don't have my notes in front of me, but I believe he still holds a record at a COC for most home runs in junior college baseball in a season for 23 or 24 in one season.
That's probably right.
Yeah. I mean, funny thing is, I don't remember seeing him play, but everybody's like, oh, are you kidding me? That guy hits rods.
He had like the quickest.
What was it?
The quickest hands.
Is that what
he was just like, he didn't look it, but he was just strong.
But he's a big guy too, though.
But he's big. Yeah, he's a big guy. But you. So there's a difference between, like, when you say big guys, you think like 6'4", 6'5", like 220 pounds. Like Ponch, I mean, when we were in high school and playing against each other at at the JUCO level,
yeah,
he was like 6'2", 100 and let's say 85, 90
so
pounds.
he was kind of thin.
Yeah, thin, but just that, like, country strong, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and the quickest hands. Like, you try to get a fastball in on him, and it's over the fence.
Gone.
Yeah.
Wow. There you go, Ponch. You just got another shout out. We're going to put his information here. He's like I said, thank you for a lot of people don't know that he owns a shop, though. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah.
So that's why we're promoting it here. We want to promote the Valley. We want to help. We give back to small businesses and unite the Valley, as I say.
It's a small shop in Winnetka?
Yeah, Winnetka, right on the corner.
Is it still called the All-American?
Yeah, it's still called All-American.
So I found, funny story, I found that shop when I was about 17 or 18.
Okay.
And I walked in there, and they had, like, everything, like the best gloves.
He still does.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like,
yeah.
Just stuff that you wouldn't find, like, at, Big Five or anything like
Yeah,
that. You know,
yeah.
nothing against Big Five or Dick's Sporting
No,
Goods
no.
or anything.
Right.
But yeah, they have everything, and he's continued that tradition. So good for him.
Good for hey Ponch, keep it up. Yeah, I heard the guy just drops it. He drops bombs.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, we'll put your information here. Thank you for the jersey once again. And that leads us to your story. And what I like to start off with is we're all baseball guys, right?
Yep.
What I want to know is take me back, because I know your history through high school and college and what you're doing now, but I want to go back where I like to pretty much say, when was it that the baseball bug got you? Because I think we got it at one point.
Oh yeah.
Like it got us and it never let go.
Yeah.
And we're still here. I'm still here talking baseball in my profession
There you go.
because I can't let go of it. It's just I think it just brings us all together. Take me back when you remember that you were like, damn, I want to do that, or I want to play this.
Right.
When was that?
So I mean, probably the first time my dad put a baseball in my hands. You know,
Okay. Let's go through that.
The earliest that I can remember is probably 4 years old.
Wow.
You know? And then just him putting on the TV and then seeing like the Dodgers on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Back when you didn't have to have a subscription. For,
No. Channel 11 or
Channel 11
whatever,
or 5 or whatever
or 9.
it was.
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
You know, just he saw it in me actually. He tells me that the TV came on, the Dodgers were playing, and I just like everything stopped for me.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And I was just glued to the TV.
Yeah. That's
you know,
dope.
and
That's
right away he knew that there was something there.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he was my first coach, and
Did
I
he
just fell
play?
in love with the game. No, my dad never played.
never
so
played.
my dad, you know, came over
just
from
saw
Mexico.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he saw the connection, and that was it, man. Like he was my first coach.
Wow.
He knew nothing about baseball. Yeah, and
That's dope.
he took me and one of my best friends, Jose Montez. I don't know if you remember him.
Yuck.
Yuck. Yes.
Wow. Shout out to Yuck. He's in Arizona, right?
He's in Arizona. He's killing it out there.
Shout out to Yuck in Arizona. Reach out, boy.
Yeah,
hey, you might have to come on the show.
Yeah, he does mortgage.
Yeah, he's a
lending
lender.
and-
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
lender.
I talk to
so-
him all the time.
Yeah, funny story. We
Yeah.
actually worked for Academy Escrow in Burbank back in the early 2000s.
Oh, really? Oh, you dabbed into the real estate world.
Yeah. I wasn't to your stand or your capabilities. I was
no.
like
But you were involved.
I made copies. I
You-
separated escrow agreements
Yeah.
and
No,
you know,
it's-
made
hey,
made sure contracts went out and stuff like that.
Every part counts in
Yeah.
a transaction, just so you know, for everybody that may or may not know. You got escrow, you got title, you got lending, you got a home warranty, you got agents, you got the loans. And if none of those fall into place, the deal's done and it's over. Forget it. It's just like a team. You got to
Oh,
work
yeah.
together.
Oh yeah. So hopefully, I didn't screw up too bad, Amber. Itumitsu over at Academy Escrow.
That's funny. Okay, so how did you and Yuck? I didn't know you guys like grew up like that together.
We've known each other since we were 5 years old.
No.
So again, my dad was our first,
were you
baseball
guys
coach.
neighbors?
No. We started. We played
Fernangeles?
no T-ball at Santa Rosa
Santa Rosa,
Parochial
okay.
League.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
How
that's
come
how we met.
In Santa Rosa.
So yeah, at Santa Rosa back in 19.
And then how'd you guys end up here?
So then, Santa Rosa, the league shut down. He went to Fernangeles because he grew up in Pacoima.
Okay. Yeah.
And I played 1 year at Sybil.
Okay.
In Sylmar.
Sylmar, yeah.
And
That's still around.
Yeah. It's still around.
Still around.
By the way, they should really turn that place into a big league dreams.
They have the space.
The space is
It's
there.
massive.
It would be. I mean, because think
Imagine-
about it. Like,
yeah.
how many teams from the valley
Travel
to
Yes.
West Covina, Chino Hills,
Yes.
Jurupa Valley.
Have them come here.
Exactly.
Oh,
and just
Sybil, we're gonna challenge you for that, and we're gonna unite the valley, make the valley better.
But it
and
was my idea.
There
was
it
my
is.
idea.
It's-
So
It's his idea, it's Jordan's idea, but let's get it to work. I like that idea. That'd
absolutely
be sick.
Yeah, man. I mean, it only makes sense.
Especially in that land.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Sylmar, you've got work to do.
Or
I'm sorry.
maybe we edit that out, and then you and I, we,
It's all good. It's all good.
just
All
something
right.
to think about.
So then you went to Sybil. He was at Fernangeles.
He was at Fernangeles, and then so his dad and my dad, they continued to maintain a relationship.
That's cool.
And
I didn't know that.
his dad was always telling my dad to bring him over to Fernangeles, because they were gonna start something.
Is that how the bum started?
Yes.
No.
Well, so the Bums had been around, but it wasn't a travel organization.
Okay.
Like it turned into, and so I think it was
we got some bum history here.
Summer of 1990, I think my dad, he takes me, kicking and screaming because I was like, I don't want to leave Sybil. Like, it's right here in our backyard, right? I don't know where we're going.
Yeah.
But it was the best thing that could have ever happened.
So for some of you that may or may not know, we're not calling him a bum to call him a bum or anybody. Sun Valley Park Bums was, I would say, the first legit travel ball team, kids travel ball team in the San Fernando Valley.
Absolutely.
And not only were you guys like the first, you guys were fucking badass.
We were really good.
Really good. And I despised you guys for that.
Really? This is brand new.
This is breaking news.
Yeah.
I was like a year old and I couldn't play. So I was playing at Babe Ruth.
Okay.
Right? And then so I was at Sun Valley Park. Rec ball, loved it there. That's where so many ball players came out of there.
Oh yeah.
And then we'd always go up against Fernangeles, Brantford, but for the most part, we either won or like lost in championship game for whatever reason. So I was always like, damn, I'm pretty good in my mind, right? Yeah. I go to Babe Ruth and I'm like, oh shit, these guys are good.
Like it's
this is a different level. Yeah. And then somehow I ended up having a meeting with I just drew a blank. The founder,
Roy Artigas.
Roy, with Roy. I even played basketball at Fernangeles.
Dude, we all did. I mean, So if we weren't playing baseball,
really,
we were playing. He would enroll us because he was the
he was the director.
He was the director of recreation.
Of course.
So if we weren't busy doing Bums baseball, he would enroll us in the park league there.
Did you do flag football?
I did flag football. We did flag football. We did basketball.
That was dope.
We lived at Fernangeles.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to Roy because
big shout out.
I know that Roy is a big reason for a lot of kids like yourself and I that just were able to do sports in the Valley and just stay out of trouble because at the end of the day, I think he knew better, just like all the older guys, that if we're not playing something, we're gonna get into something else.
Absolutely.
And it's guidance, and that's a big deal. That's key for me. I always look back at that stuff, and shout out to Roy. Thank you, Roy, for guiding a lot of these young kids, now young adults, and look at us now. I mean, we're trying to do our best, keep going forward, but we were able to stay out of trouble because of people like yourself. So thank you for that.
Yes.
That was amazing. So I went with Roy and it was at a fair. You guys had a fair.
Yeah.
And I was gassing, bro. I was gassing. Like, so at that age, right? Of course.
Right.
And then he's like, shit. And then he's like, what's your birthday? And I told him, he's like, you're too old. You can't play. And I was like heartbroken. Like, you got to be kidding me. I'm about to be a bum.
Do you remember what year?
Oh, like 92, 93.
Dude, so we were just
like somewhere around there.
91. My group, we went to
Puerto
Georgia.
Rico.
We
went to Puerto Rico one.
We went to Georgia for the Roberto Clemente World Series.
Yes, that I remember.
We beat Team Puerto Rico for the national championship.
Damn.
And so 92, like,
you got a little shout out for that. Hey, can we get a little round of applause, Anthony?
Appreciate that. And so if you would have been,
I would have been on that squad. No,
if you would have been eligible age wise, you would have gotten in at the right time.
Yeah, that was that team. And so we quick story. I'm gonna make it quick because it's not about me; it's about him. Another gentleman tried to do that at Sun Valley Park at the rec center.
Okay,
and he started the Sun Valley Heat.
The Sun Valley Heat.
Yeah, I know. It was like for 2 seasons, bro.
Really?
So I don't know what I did with the jersey. It was basically we're black, red, and white.
Okay.
So it would say Heat here, and then we had a gray hat with a SV, a red and white SV. It was sick. Yeah. We were so excited. I was like, now I'm gonna get the bums.
There you go.
And then it dissolved like after a year. You gotta that's why I give huge shout out to Roy and everybody. I know Roy wasn't the only one.
Huge.
Cisco was there. The Carlin brothers, right?
So they came a little bit
after,
a little bit later. Yeah,
right.
They played. So the
younger
boys
ones, right?
played with my younger brother,
okay.
Sergio.
Yeah, but the point is, art's dissolved in about a year or less because it's not that easy to do.
It's
super hard. So, like I said, Sun Valley Park bums. Shout out to everybody in the organization. You guys did a great job. And I don't know, are they still around? Are they still trying to bring it back little by little, or how's that going?
I can't say whether they're still around. Okay. I know they were trying to like revive it in the late 2000s.
Okay. Yeah, it's not easy. That's why.
It's not. I mean, you know, when we were going, like, it was just. I mean, Roy caught lightning in a bottle. You know, it was his dedication, not just his dedication, but our parents.
No, that's what I'm saying. It takes everybody.
Like,
everybody.
You know,
it's not just one
absolutely.
person.
So, I mean, it was just one of those things where stars aligned, and it just blossomed into what it was.
That's okay. So now, so 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old. That's when you're like, this is it.
Yeah.
Now you're at you're the bums, and you guys are winning all these tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens in high school? Because now, everybody has to go elsewhere.
Right.
And then I'll get back to San Fernando.
Yeah.
Was it 2000 or 2001? You know what I'm going with, right?
Oh, God, I hope not.
I'm going there when you guys united.
Okay, so that was 2000.
2000.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not there yet. So you ended up going to Sylmar, right?
I was at Sylmar. Yeah, I was at Sylmar.
Out of straight
out of middle school. Yeah. That was my home school.
Oh, that's right, because of Sybil. So how was that for you?
So it was good,
you played under Donatello?
Played under Donatella. Met my some of my best friends that we're still really good friends.
Camacho was on
Camacho,
that team.
Ivan Lopez.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Marco Estrada was
he was younger?
as he didn't come in until I think our junior year.
Okay.
He's a year behind us.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah. But he played there. Jamie Ma.
Yeah.
He
was shortstop, no?
Shortstop. Yeah. He
Kid
could
was
swing
nasty.
it. He could pick it.
I remember
He could throw. Yeah. He could do it all. Who else?
Big shout out to Sylmar. They just won.
Ray Rivera. Yeah.
Ray. Hey, we got to get you on the show, Ray. We've been messaging back and forth, so
congratulations
hopefully we can line that up.
To Ray. He's been there.
He's got the ring.
He was an assistant coach as I was heading out.
Oh, really?
And we've always maintained a really good relationship. Right. Congrats, Ray.
Congrats. They had a team in the 99, 98, 99, 2000s.
So 98, I started as a sophomore.
Okay.
My freshman year. I had a little trouble with the grades, and I missed out on that.
There we go with the grades.
Kids, doesn't matter how good you are, man. You got to get those grades.
You know what? We normally do a tip of the day, but we're just gonna do it now. So give them a tip of the day. Come on.
Yeah, tip of the day. Any aspiring baseball player. Again, doesn't matter how good you are. If you don't have the GPA, you're gonna be riding the pine, and all your friends are gonna be having fun. Dude, it was the worst.
So that's brutal, right? You already know that.
Yeah.
You already know that. I don't have to beat you down on it. But guys, like he said, I'm just gonna piggyback on that. If you go to class and you just sit there and raise your hand, you're gonna get a C.
Yeah,
that can't be that hard. Get your C. Play basketball, soccer, football, whatever sport you want. Athletes, it gets a little harder in college, but come on, guys, get to work.
Yep.
There's our tip of the day. Yep. So you're at Sylmar, and then how do you end up at San Fernando and start your journey with Gomez?
So still playing, travel ball at that point.
I mean, how the hell did you all end up that year? Jesus.
Well, so before high school, the dream was for all of us to go to the same high school.
Which is hard.
Very because hard. Guys live in Pacoima, guys live in
parents don't want to
Panorama City,
yada yada yada,
whatever, different cities.
Yeah.
But that was the ultimate dream, for all of us to go to the same high school.
Yeah.
It didn't happen right off the bat, and so my senior year, it's fall ball, right? So we're doing our fall ball. which is like from September to
like December,
whatever. Yeah, right before the holidays.
Yeah.
Right, and so we had a fall ball doubleheader at Silmar High School against North Hollywood. I still remember this.
Okay. Against North Hollywood.
Against North Hollywood High
Huskies.
School. Right. So I tell my head coach, I'm like, hey coach, I'll be there for the first game.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna hightail it as soon as the first game's over, because my travel team is playing in Moreno Valley.
Okay.
Right. And
you guys were still the bums.
We were still going strong. Yeah.
Even at, so what was it, 16 under? Or what
so
was
we were
it?
17 at the time.
Under?
We were 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, yeah, so, I was upfront with them because I could have lied about it, right?
Yeah.
I could have lied and said, oh, my aunt or whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
My
that,
grandma's passed away for the fourth time or whatever.
Yeah, at that point. Because at that point, they're like, travel ball? The fuck are you talking about? Right. Like, they'll be like, what are you, you're in high school now.
Right.
Forget that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But it's the off season.
It
technically.
was technically, yeah.
Technically,
okay.
it's the off season. So,
you're right.
and guys had done that in the past.
Okay.
Right. So he was firm. He's like, no, if you leave, like, you're off the team.
No, Donatello.
Yeah.
Hey, he was. A quick story. I remember. I went to Grant. Don't boo me for that. We actually had a really, really, really good team.
We had some good battles.
We battled.
With you
we
guys.
battled. Yeah.
Who was,
Lawrence.
Yeah. Jeremy Lawrence.
Lawrence, which you actually linked up with at San Fernando.
At San Fernando, he was
we had a
vice
really,
principal.
really good team. Anyways, I remember the best thing I remember with at Silmar was when we went there. I was in center field, and then people in the back are chirping, yada yada, and the fence it's deep. That's a big field. The funniest thing, this one guy's like, "Fuck you," whatever. And he throws a screwdriver over the fence, bro. And I'm like, what the?
This is at Silmar?
During the game.
Oh, my God.
I was rolling in my head because I was like, you can't reach me. It's a good toss.
Those games, once you get into league.
Oh, yeah.
Like, those games were intense.
Because we battled, and that's the thing. We were actually really good that year. And so we took it to him, but the funniest, what I remember about your coach was back then, and I know you can testify to this, is you can chirp players. We can get in your ear, et cetera, and we were just going at it, both teams just getting in people's domes, and I remember him and Lawrence just kind of leaning back like this. And just laughing because it was so good.
Really?
Like we were like on fire with the chirping, both teams.
That's awesome.
Where they just stood back. And it means we're talking smack, Anthony. Not actually. So, but they didn't stop it. The blue didn't stop it. The coaches let it go because we weren't cursing or anything.
But that was back then. That was the beauty of playing back then. We knew how to
Not
chirp
anymore.
first and foremost. We didn't really take it too far.
No, there was a thin line.
But there was a thin line. But like that was it. It didn't get too crazy.
But now you can't even do that.
And now you can't do that because everybody just gets offended and
brutal.
It's exactly. Thank you.
Yes, it's brutal. So that was my greatest memory of him because he just kind of sat back and was like, "This is fun," and he just laughed.
Funny.
It was the best thing. Okay, so what happens? Wait, I was gonna say he was firm though. He was a no nonsense type of guy.
No nonsense type of guy.
I remember that.
And so he tells me that, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna leave my guys hanging.
Oh shit!
Right? Like here at Silmar, like they got it covered. I was a starting first baseman.
Okay.
So I didn't think it was gonna be a big deal.
Nah, no big deal.
Right. So I go and my parents take me to Moreno Valley. And I think we ended up qualifying for a World Series.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
And then so show up to school Monday and baseball was first period at Silmar.
Okay.
Right? So I'm in the locker room and I'm getting changed and I'm heading down to the field.
What do you do first period though?
We would do that was our baseball class. It was,
just a standard.
Yeah, throwing program or just taking reps.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Some bullshit.
Yeah. And so I'm walking down to the field, and he sees me. He's like, Plasencia, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm just heading down to the field. And he's like, no, you're not.
No.
And he's like, do you remember the conversation we had last? And I was like, yeah. He's like, well, you're off the team. So I was
No.
yeah. Yeah. So
Wow.
I remember walking back to the locker room. I took off my shirt, my hat, and I just left it on the ground. And I finished the day at school, and then got home, told my parents, and that was it. It
was the start?
It was a quick conversation, and
That was the start of you getting to San Fer.
so yeah, that was the beginning. That was the catalyst of
Did you start
me,
that?
me ended up.
Or no?
What do you mean?
Like because Handy went there.
Handy ended up there. Manny Flores
went there.
Jesse Alvarez,
Jesse from NoHo.
Yes.
Ronnie
Mendez. Who else? Victor Martinez, who was our catcher.
Okay, and then I think the only one that stood back was shout out to Rox.
Rox
was the only one that.
We tried so hard to get him to come over. We tried to get him. He was at Monroe.
Yeah.
And then we tried to get our starting shortstop for the Bums.
Who was that?
Juan Carlos Sepulveda, Jason
Sepulveda. Kennedy
High
Yeah.
School. We
but
tried.
he was like a freshman at that point.
No. We were all the same age.
He was?
Yeah, we were all. You're thinking about his brother, I think, Hector, Chucky.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking about Chucky.
Yeah. You're thinking about Chucky.
Oh, okay. So I'm mixing
So
them
we
up.
tried so hard to get both of those guys to come over, and they wanted to write it out. So I mean, good for them. They finished their careers where they started, but it would have been really cool. I think we get those two pieces, and we for sure.
Wait, hold on.
We for sure win the city title.
No. Hold on. Now we're gonna go there. We're gonna Gomez. I'm calling you out too. How do you not win it with that team, my guy? So I've always been a baseball head, right? So I can be playing with you on the same team, and I'm like, yo, this kid's dope.
Yeah.
Like I'm giving you props as a player. Like I was always like, for whatever reason, admiring and giving props to the people that are a lot better than me, because I thought I was great in my mind. I'm like, I'm going pro, right? It didn't happen.
Yeah.
But you got to have that confidence when you play the game of baseball, I think. But when I saw somebody just outstanding, I'm like, damn, that's dope. And I just loved watching it. And when I saw what you guys did at San Fernando and you guys all the transfers, I'm like, it's a wrap. You have to win. There's no excuse. Didn't you guys lose in the first round?
No, we lost in the second round.
So you won one. Oh,
yeah, we beat.
Can we get a little clap?
I think we beat.
I'm just saying. I'm hating, but I'm not hating. It's just I expected you guys to win it. I really did.
I think we all did.
I'm like, how do you not?
Yeah.
What was it? Is it true? I could be wrong. I think there was a boot at second to end the game, and was that?
I think it was at second base.
Mendez.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to.
You hate to throw him under the bus, but at the end, but in baseball, it shouldn't come down to that.
Right.
You guys should have. I thought you were gonna just end up at DS and be like, "Fuck it, we're here, and now we just gotta win one game."
Yeah.
I'm still like,
I'm
to
telling
this day,
you, like I should have.
Who won that year?
Kennedy. So Juan Carlos
JC won it.
He's wearing my 2000 city championship ring.
Oh my! And he goes, "That's why I didn't transfer, bitch."
Yeah, and we beat them in league. So that was the first year where they realigned the leagues. So we went from I can't even remember what league it was before to being the Valley Mission League.
That's crazy.
And I think we swept them in league.
And then
they end up.
And then you guys
they end up winning the whole
Who did
thing.
they beat? I don't remember.
It was either Chatsworth or El Camino.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so that's a big win.
Oh yeah,
big win.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody out there, Kennedy and the Elkos and Chatties. This brings me to this, if you don't mind. This is what so I had Eddie Cornejo, CSUN's head coach. They have a hashtag on their Twitter that says Unite the Valley.
Ooh.
And now, I don't know if you notice, I don't have it here with me, but they actually wear a jersey that says Valley.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah,
me too.
Because they used to be San Fernando Valley State, right?
Yes. Yeah. We spoke about that on the last podcast, and you're 100% right. They won 2 titles. It was when they were in D2 before coming up to before they were Northridge. But I'm like, this is great. Imagine, this is what I'm challenging you as a coach now at Glendale. Imagine we get all the kids from the Valley and we put them through the tunnel and we send them to either your school, Valley, Pierce, Mission. I don't care what school they go to. Reality. And just go there.
Yeah.
And then when they're ready, you send them to Cornejo and say, here. Or if they're got the grades and, you know, they're developed and ready to go D1, you go straight from high school to Cornejo, and then you have a team, a D1 college baseball team at CSUN that's represented by the Valley, in the Valley. I can't imagine that we would not be up there with the UCLAs and USCs, Stanfords, and challenge everybody for a College World Series title. What do you think? Do you think that's possible?
That would be great. I mean,
we get so many prospects.
It's 100% possible. Like
there's our challenge.
The San Fernando Valley it's a hotbed for baseball.
Hotbed.
There's so much talent out there.
So I'm gonna challenge you. You're gonna have to send all your guys to CSUN. I'll be that bridge right there if I have to with Cornejo, and I'm gonna be like, I told them I'm challenging you. Give our guys first dibs.
Yeah.
I want you. He goes, well, I used to recruit. I used to come here and take your guys anyways. When he was at other schools, I'm like, well, there you go. No, you don't have to. And then they're going to be rocking the Valley proud. And you know, now I mean, I just know all the talent that I've seen in the Valley throughout the years. It's kind of like, imagine, it'd be Valley State all over again. Oh, yeah. And I promise you these guys would compete for a College World Series ring.
I think if Coach Cornejo continues to do what he's been able to do the last few years, you know, and kind of get CSUN back to that national, you know, prominence.
Yep.
It wouldn't be difficult to get kids from the Valley to want to go there. And
here's you're hearing it here first. Hearing it here first. They're in the process of getting lights at CSUN.
That's huge.
That's huge for recruiting purposes.
Yeah.
We're hoping that they're installed by next summer. So not this season, unfortunately, but the following season, and you can go to night games and all that jazz.
Oh, that's perfect,
sick,
man.
Sick. So, anyways, that's my challenge to everybody in the Valley, all the high school teams, all the travel ball teams, all the JC teams, even Glendale. You guys are a little outside of the Valley, but we can merge you guys in. Send your kids to CSUN. Let's get that Valley title. Let's go. And speaking of Glendale, so fast forward to now you're coaching at Glendale. You're at San Fernando. You helped. Oh, you and I were at Dodger Stadium.
That's right.
We got Anthony. We're gonna post pictures up. we're gonna post pictures up of. I have some amazing pictures of you. I think I sent you some.
You did. You sent me some. Thank you for those.
Yeah,
I was
are
a
dope.
lot thinner back then.
We all were.
Yeah, but that was one of the.
So he won. You got a ring though.
I got 2.
So okay. So let's give Jordan a round of applause. He's got 2 rings now as a coach.
Yeah.
And now with Glendale, you guys are always competing at that's got to be hard.
We're always just
you're like right there.
We're like on the precipice.
You're like reminding me of the Buffalo Bills or the Atlanta Braves,
man, don't say
right?
Like that. I'll take the Braves. Don't say the Buffalo Bills, man. Yeah. But you're right. Like we've always been just, you know, like one hit away or one just something that doesn't go right to get us over that hump.
Yeah. And, your younger brother was with you, right?
My youngest brother, Jordan Plasencia.
Sergio, that's right. He was because now he
was an assistant with us, and now he's
he's
an assistant coach in the Seattle Mariners organization.
Damn.
So yeah, big shout out to
another 818 kid.
To my baby brother.
We're just representing everywhere, guys. The Valley, come on.
818 All-Stars, man.
There it is. So speaking of Glendale, let's do a little real estate. So you actually, I'm sorry, Burbank is where you live at, right? So the Burbank market, just so we can discuss a little bit about that. So I'm gonna give you guys for anybody in Burbank looking to buy or sell, contact us. We'll put our information down here. That's actually what I do as a real estate agent. I help people buy and sell. Burbank right now, I'm going to give you the averages with the 3 to 4 bedroom home is being sold at or priced at, market at. So what I like to do is for Burbank, I like to split it. If people that know the valley, so you got the 134 and then you got the 5 coming across. So north of the 5 is what I call North Burbank. And then south is south, obviously, right? And that's just to divide the two so that people can get a better understanding. On the south side of Burbank, a 3-bedroom, 4-bath average home is costing you $1.1 million, 1.16.
Yeah.
So that's the average home. Yeah. And the north side, it's actually 1.4, a lot more.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. I mean, you've got homes here. 1.3 and you're talking about here's this Burbank is in the San Fernando Valley. It's high up there. It's very, very high in regards to most of the valley.
Yeah.
And you know they run their own. It's their own city, right? They're independent, right?
Yeah, I believe they have their
Burbank
own
PD,
school district.
It's exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're well funded, and that's how they keep their values up. So just for anybody, like I said, you're looking to buy or sell in Burbank, contact me. We'll get you straight. My team and I will be able to help you guys out. You need to refinance, we can do that as well. But check this out: a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,000 square feet, 1,036 square feet for $1.1 million. That's wild.
The house that my wife and I live in, it's 3-bedroom, one bathroom.
But what's the square feet? Do you have an idea?
Can't.
Okay, either way.
We're on a good sized lot, you know.
Okay.
It's narrow.
Okay.
And she was telling me one day, she's like, you know how much our house is worth?
What'd she say?
I don't want to say it, but
okay. It's over $1 million, right?
It's pretty close.
Okay.
And I was just like, what? Like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Here's one for $895, a 3.2, 1,500 square foot in Meyer Street, coming soon. Buena Vista, 3.1.
Yeah.
1.1. I mean, there's a price. Let me see. This is not your average home. This is a way bigger home than your average home in Burbank. This is 3,000. This is a 4,000 square foot home for 2.5. But the values are great there.
Yeah.
If you have a home in Burbank and you haven't done anything with it lately, like in regards to your loan, like, and you need money, you need to cash out, contact me because your rate probably is a lot higher than what rates are now. So you can cash out, use that money, invest it into your home, or maybe open up a business or whatever it is that you want. You have that equity there, so now's a good time to use it. Or if you're going to downgrade, maybe you're thinking of retiring and you're like, you know what, I'm going to leave to, I don't know, San Diego and get me a condo by the beach. Now's the time to sell that home, get all that equity, go down there and enjoy the rest of your years, the golden years as we call it. Anyways, I'm here to help. Let me know if I can help you. I grew up in the valley. I came here when I was 4, so I practically, my whole life, right? So I know the valley. I know what I'm doing. I'll help you guys out. But yeah, Burbank is a great spot to be at if you own property. And if you're renting there, I know you're paying a lot for rent. Stop renting. Contact me and let me help you buy something so you can put some money in your own pocket. Because what we do when we buy is they say the best tenant is yourself. So instead of you paying someone else's rent, right, mortgage, because you're renting from them, pay your own mortgage, and you're just putting that money in your pocket per se. Because what happens is you buy the house here, your loan goes down, and the value of the house goes up. So this big gap here, that people that are not looking in the video, you can see, but this big gap here is called your equity. You can use this equity and use it to your advantage and invest into something else, or just remodel your home, et cetera, et cetera. Anyways, that's our recap on Burbank. But I want to talk now about your company, Out of the Park Rings, right? Out of the Park Rings. Who came up with that name? Because I think it's a great name. How'd you come up with that?
I think it was a collaboration between my wife and I.
I was about to say, let me guess, your wife helped you.
It had to be, you know. We were.
What's your wife's name? I'm sorry.
Jessica.
Jessica. Shout out to Jessica.
Hi, honey.
As I say it all the time. I'm living proof of it. Is women. It's mothers. They're the core. I feel I grew up with a single mom. She was the core of. She's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now. If it wasn't for her, I don't know where I would have been or where I'd be now, right? So shout out to all the moms. Shout out to your wife, Jessica, right?
Yes.
Jessica, thank you for helping them because when I'm going through these ideas and business wise, I go to my wife Wendy. I love you, babe. Shout out to my wife Wendy, love you. But yeah, Jessica, hey, props to her because she helped you. The name is great. The
Thank
idea though, tell me where that. So instead of where did the baseball bug get you? When did this come up? Right with you, it's a perfect idea. We're in baseball. You break a bat. For all the may or may not know, when you break a wooden bat, we just throw them away. We're like they're trash.
Or they become wood for a bonfire.
Exactly. But in other words, they're gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Right? So the idea came up, I think about 2019. Yeah, it was 2019.
Okay.
My wife now, we were dating at the time in 2019. So we had just gotten engaged, and I always wanted to do something for myself, right?
Yeah.
Because I've always worked. Yeah, I've always worked jobs, when I'm working for somebody else, and I've always wanted something of my own.
Of course.
Right? And so we're like ring shopping, and at the same time, it's like I gotta figure something out, and I didn't want to just be another T-shirt and hat company. Right?
Okay.
So it's like,
got it.
And then it hit me one day. I was like, shit. Like, what if I make rings out of broken baseball bats?
But how do you even make them? Like you learned on your own?
I learned on my own.
No way.
Watching YouTube videos.
I was gonna say YouTube.
Yeah, watching YouTube videos because I've never worked with wood a day in my life.
That's
right?
impressive.
Yeah, so just watching YouTube videos, and then just taking little pieces from each video that I saw.
Wow. That is impressive though.
And here we are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit, because I'm like maybe like in high school or maybe his dad was a carpenter or something like that's what I was thinking. Like
not even close. My dad, he's my dad, big car guy, car guy and basketball guy.
Okay.
That was
wow.
That was it.
So let's walk me through it. You get a broken bat, and what's the first step? Number one, and number two is how many rings can you get out of a full, like let's say a 33
so
a 33-inch bat?
It depends.
Hypothetically.
And I mean, they're over there.
You can grab them.
Yeah,
we can edit this.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it depends on where the break happens. If the barrel is intact, right? If the barrel's intact, I can get quite a few. So here you'll see like this one it's missing the handle.
Yeah. But that's fine.
Gone.
We don't.
But see,
so what do you use? A sweet spot?
So I try to use as much of what's intact as possible,
Okay.
So yeah, obviously as we get into the barrel, right?
Yeah.
The barrel's
Yeah.
that's where the
sweet spot.
The sweet spot is. So yeah, I mean if the barrel's intact, I could get probably, depending on the sizes, probably anywhere between 20 and 30 rings.
And so off of that one, you can
barrel.
get 20. Damn.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So yeah, I mean and again, like it just depends on where the break happens. Like here, it's usually more down the handle.
Yeah, of course,
right?
they get jammed. Yeah,
you get jammed and yeah. So I'll start with that, and then I'll take it to the miter saw and I'll make little discs, right, out of those, and then I'll do my initial circle.
Yeah.
Right, and then I just start going to town.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 20 to 30 per, and then they're all nowadays. There's like they wrap them in like so many different colors too.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So now you can have so many different options. How long do you think is it durable? Like how durable are they? Because it is like wood, right? Like do you wrap it in some type of silicone or some type of thing?
I seal it with a polyurethane spray.
Okay.
Yeah, and I found one that works really well. Yeah. And it's funny that you bring that up because the other day I was with some friends that I had sold some rings to.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, just so you know, like I've washed dishes with my ring on, forgetting about it."
Yeah.
Right? Because like I tell everybody, don't like try to avoid getting it wet.
Is it a little fragile?
I mean they're pretty fragile.
Yeah,
because it's a big piece of wood that's now like a small piece of wood.
Yeah.
And so, I tell them, try not to get it wet. If you do get it wet, try to dry it as quickly as possible. But they're like, we forget that we're wearing it sometimes because they're so light. You want to like check it out.
See. Oh wow.
They're super light.
Yeah.
Right? And so they forget that they're wearing it.
No
You know, the other
shit.
day, a buddy of mine was at the beach with his family, and he wore it the entire time in the water.
Yeah, yeah.
And, like, not even the salt water, like, messed it up.
Really?
So
what do you seal it with again?
this polyurethane
Yeah.
spray.
Yeah, yeah.
And
that
just
protects
a
it.
few coats.
Wow.
You know, till I get the right shine, and that's
super
really
cool.
it.
And how many we'll put up your information here too. Like your website.
Yeah.
I think you have a .com, right?
Outoftheparkrings.com.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
And then I saw you can pick the sizes, but let's say I'm at home. My ring here, like I don't know what size I am. So how does one go about it? Like if I'm at home and I'm trying to order a ring from you,
You're probably like a 9.5.
right? Okay, but you're a pro.
9.
I'm
You
sitting
know
in
what?
my.
And actually, I got really good at like looking at people's fingers, and I'm like,
That
oh,
is
you're
awesome.
A size,
So how would I know though?
So what I recommend, what I advise
Like
people
if I'm
to
at
do,
home sitting, and I'm like, I want to order this ring now, and I
Yeah.
like it, but I don't know what size.
So, I mean, if you can, like, go to a jeweler,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they'll size you up
Yeah.
there. But if you're at home, like you said, and
Yeah.
you're like on my website and you want to order the ring
Yeah.
now, there's like you can Google
There's
ring
a way?
sizing charts, and
There's
you
a
can
way?
like print them out.
Oh no way.
And
Okay.
yeah, and it gives you kind of a rough
then-
idea of your ring size.
So, out of the park rings, guys, we're talking about Out of the Park Rings. He's the owner of Out of the Park Rings, and he makes them from these broken wooden bats, which is amazing.
OMG.
The idea is amazing, first and foremost. I noticed you also have you're wearing your shirt.
Yeah.
You guys have the apparel stuff.
So I've
That's awesome.
I've got shirts now, and
Yeah, that's so cool.
Ever since my wife gave birth to our daughter, I've
Yeah.
been thinking about like onesies.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Jade, if you're watching, hi honey, hi baby.
Dope. Yeah,
Love
there you go.
Yeah, just branching out, kind
Yeah.
of doing
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I've even thought about making like, different kind of jewelry, maybe earrings or like
Okay. Off
you
of
know,
the bat.
stuff like that. Yeah. Off of the bat.
Yeah. Maybe baseball moms can get like something
Baseball
to wear.
moms, something.
That's-
I've made.
that can
I
be
did
big.
a cross once.
Oh, you did.
For a customer. They were like, we're into religion and
And with
wouldn't
the
mind
bat.
with out of the bat.
Oh, there you go.
Out of his bat.
Oh, out of his
Yeah.
own bat.
And those, so I get those all the time. I get people that
like
hit me
special
up.
requests.
Special requests. They're like, hey, if I
Okay.
can I send you my son's bat from when he played,
No
back in the day,
shit.
and if you can make myself, my wife, whoever rings out of, like, those are my favorite stories. Those and I love doing those.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get how do you get these bats? Because at one point you're like, damn, I need some more bats, so I need to. You're not gonna go buy some and break them, obviously. So
Right.
How do you? Is there a way to maybe people to send you bats?
They can hit me up online.
Yeah.
You can reach out to me on Instagram.
What's your Instagram handle?
Out of the Park Rings.
Okay, Out of the Park Rings.
Or just
And then the website, of course.
and the website. Yeah, you can always reach out.
And then you're locally in Burbank.
I'm in
So
Burbank.
If you guys want to drop off some old bats,
yeah, so
they're gonna go to good use.
when I first started,
Yeah.
I was hitting up all my current players,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
'Cause, the collegiate
Yeah,
leagues,
yeah, yeah.
they play
They
in
go
the
through
summer.
'em.
They go through
go
wood
through
bats
'em.
like crazy.
Yeah.
So when I got the idea, I was like, hey, if you have any extras,
Yeah.
just give
I mean,
them
they're
to me.
broken anyways.
And they're looking at me like, what the hell do you
fuck
want
do
to
you
do?
want?
Yeah, what do you want to do with broken bats? So, but now my biggest supplier is my buddy Al Quintana, who runs Legends Baseball Academy out in Pasadena.
Okay.
We played at Glendale together.
Oh, no
so
way.
He's one of my biggest suppliers.
There you go.
Or I get some from the Arroyo Seco Saints that are in the California Collegiate League.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because they play in the summer, and man, I've
just-
gotten like 60 bats.
Wow.
If not more from them in the past.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the process? How long does it take to do a ring?
Typically, well, depends on so I do everything out of my garage.
Right.
Right. If it's weather like we're having now,
Yeah.
I can, from start to finish, stained or just natural sealed.
Yeah.
I would say maybe 3 days, 4 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Easy.
But if the weather's not too good,
Why?
It's just because I'll dry them outside. I cover them.
Okay.
I cover them with a high tech see-through shield.
Okay.
AKA a salad bowl. and yeah, like it just it traps that heat. And they basically just cook in there.
So you cut it a certain size. Do you do them bigger so then when they start drying up, they maybe shrink a little bit, or how does that work?
No, I've never had any
had
issues with shrinkage.
No way. Wow. I'm clueless.
I just I cut a big chunk out of the disc that I start with.
Yeah.
And then I just start to whittle it down, with my rotary tool.
Wow.
And then I'll take it to my sanding station on my drill bit.
So basically, someone can get a ring in about, let's say, 2 to 3 weeks per se, max.
Yeah, typically.
Okay.
It just depends.
Awesome.
But I've done rush orders where I've done them in 48 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So again, it depends.
Okay.
Obviously, rush orders are gonna cost a little bit more.
Yeah.
But
tell our guests the average ring price, so then they have an idea and they know what to look for on your website.
So a standard, just normal ring with your preferred choice of stain. I believe it's gonna run $75.
Okay.
Right.
And then shipping and handling a little bit more.
That's all included.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I included all in the price.
Awesome.
Anything exotic like a flame tempered with like the one I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
Where I have to burn it.
Yeah.
Or two-tone
Yeah.
styles. Anything like that, that's about $85.
Awesome.
So not too much.
Very reasonable, guys.
Yeah. I didn't want to like gouge anybody.
Yeah.
I want it to be something that people can, obviously afford. I know you're probably thinking like, oh, well, that's still pretty high for something that's made of wood.
I wouldn't know.
Exactly. But like a lot of work goes into it.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of people, we're discussing prices and all that. It's the experience and what you're putting in is what drives up the price. I think it's not just a piece of wood and all that. Thank you for giving us the intro on Out of the Park Rings. I appreciate it. I want to do before we wrap up. I got 2 things to do. Our fireball questions. Anthony, can you put a 10-second?
Holy shit!
It's gonna be quick and easy. It'll be fun. Don't worry about it. Can you put a 10-second timer so it can beep? I'm gonna try to read them as fast as I can, and hopefully, you can answer them as fast as he can, so we can get to know a little bit more about Jordan. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? And go. In and out or Tommy's Burgers?
In and out.
DH or no DH?
No DH.
Pool or no pool?
Pool.
Bunt or no bunt?
Ooh, depends on the situation.
Ooh, quick.
Bunt.
2-story or single-story?
2-story.
Cheese or Supreme?
Cheese.
Steel or no steel?
Steel.
Angels or Dodgers?
Dodgers.
Yeah. And then the last thing is we're gonna wrap this up really quick. We wanted to give you a gift. And this is where we present you with a little something to take back home.
Oh wow.
Anthony, can I grab that, or
Yeah, I can grab it.
you can grab it for me, please? The 2 packs right there. No, ahí está. Yeah, and then the marker, and then I think he has a gift for us too, which is that hat. All right.
I brought you some shirts too.
Oh, awesome.
Hey, I still got it.
So this is one of our sponsors, Mama Breaks. Tops and eBay sponsored us today. I don't know. Do you know who Mama
Love
Breaks
it.
is?
No, I
okay.
can't say that I do.
When's the last time you opened up a pack of baseball cards?
As soon as I saw it, it took me. It was like probably when the men's World Cup was going on. I took my stepson.
Okay.
He wanted to go get some baseball
But
cards.
it's been a while, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
So
Active work phone.
Anthony, you're killing me, boss. Smalls. Okay. We'll wrap it up soon. So Tops, thank you, Mama Breaks. We're gonna put information here. She's our sponsor, one of our sponsors. Thank you, Mama Breaks, for the Tops cards. And this is a pack for you to open up now and see what you
Love
get.
it.
There's a potential like a $3,000 card in here, from what I was told. So you open, I open. Here is a sleeve. So if you pull something, as the kids say, my kid says, "Oh, I pulled something." So if you get a good one, you can wrap it up in here. Here's
That's so
her
cool.
sticker. So you
Thank
open
you
up
so
yours.
much.
I'll open up mine.
Oh Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Let's see what we get.
Baseball cards. Who doesn't love baseball
Who
cards?
doesn't want to open up a pack of baseball cards?
It's like the best.
This is like.
This takes me back.
Yeah, exactly. Let me see who we got. Oh, I got
Chas
Garrett Cole.
McCormick, boo.
I got Gunnar Henderson. He's a
Julio
rookie,
Urias, baby. Let's
oh,
go.
you got a Dodger. Let's go.
Let's turn it around, Julio.
Yeah,
Ponte las pilas.
Ponte las pilas, compa. I got Julio
Keston
Rodriguez.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Nestor Cortez. That fool's trippy. He reminds me of the Paisas at Sunday League. Right? Doesn't he?
Ooh, Paul Goldschmidt.
Oh, there you go.
Jaron Duran, let's go.
Ooh, I got a NL ERA leaders with Urias in there as well.
Max Kepler, AJ Minter.
If you get, I learned this from my son. If you get one a gold tops, if it says gold here sealed, it's a special card. Just so
Really?
you know. Yeah, I didn't get one, but
What is with the... I got...
Who'd
the
you
first
get?
one I got was a trash throw. And now I'm getting Giants. What is going... Did you do this on purpose? Did you set me
no.
up?
That's a luck of the draw.
Come on. I like to say if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then I see you brought us a small
Thank you
gift
so
right there.
Yeah, just
Of course.
one of my hats.
Let me
out of
see
the park
that.
rings.
Oh yeah. So this is gonna go to our hat collection. If you don't mind, can you sign this for us?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna add it to our collection. Out of the park rings, we'll put his information there. Jordan Plasencia, thank you for coming today. It was a pleasure. Go to his website, get some rings, and I love the idea where you can get your son's bat or whoever bat you want, and he can make one specially out of that bat. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, those are
and I
those-
think earrings for girls like
Something
mom,
like that,
mom,
yeah.
the baseball moms and all. I think they'll love it. If you don't mind signing this for us, and then that'll wrap up our show for today. But thank you guys. Save at Home podcast. Anything baseball, anything real estate, we will cover it. And my challenge to everybody in the San Fernando Valley, since we're 818 kids, is unite the Valley, make it bigger and better, and let's get that CSUN team a World Series, College World Series title. Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you for having me. I had a blast.
We'll see you guys in the next show. Peace.